so the solo starts like this. And that's played on the B and the G string. You start here on the 13th of the B and bend up. Then you're down to the 11th on the B, back to the 13th on the B, and then you come here to the 12th on the G string. Now with a lot of the notes in this solo, it's going to be really important you get the pitch right. So like on this one, you're actually playing from the 13th on the B, but you're going up a whole tone. So you want to hit this note here, you know, so a lot of them are whole tones, half tones in the solo. So for the next bit we get this. So for this part of the solo, you're playing the 3rd from the B to the E, you come to the 6th to the B, and then you come here to the 5th on the G and bend up. So just playing that bit. Now this next bit of the solo, you actually start with the G string bent up on the 5th, let it come down to the 3rd on the G, back to the 5th on the G, a pull off to the 3rd, and then play the 5th here on the D. So you've got this. So putting them two little bits together, you get this. So the next bit of solo goes like this. Okay, so the first bit of this solo now, I'm fretting across the 15th of the B and the E. I'm playing the B on the 15th, then I'm playing the E on the 18th and pulling off to the 15th, and then I'm playing the B again, and then I'm playing the 18th of the E and holding there, so you've got this. Okay, so you've just done this, and then you get this. And that there, from the last bit you're on the 18th of the E, you drop down 1 fret to the 17th and bend up, and then you play it natural, that's the 17th of the E, and then you come onto the B string. And that there is from the 18th to the 15th on the B, and you've got, that's from the 18th to the 15th, and then back to the 18th and bend up, and then back down here to this 15th on this B, so you've got this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the beginning. I'm going to play through everything we've done up to now, and I'll play through it nice and slowly and see if you can play along. So for the next bit we get this. So this next bit is very similar to the bit we've just played. That first bit there, you're playing that piece again where you're borrowing on the 15th of the E and the B, and you're coming and hitting this 18th here on the E, and then bending up on this 18th of the E. And that there, you're coming back to the 15th on the E, back to the 18th of the E, and then you're getting this 18th of the B and bending up. So you've got this. Now we get this piece. And for that, you're playing the 11th on the B and the 12th on the G string, but a lot of that there on that B, you're hitting several different notes, and then just back and two from the 12th of the G back to the 11th of the B and back. It's sort of, so playing through that bit, you've got this. Okay, so now we get to this part. So for this bit of the solo, you start on the 7th of the G and slide to the 5th, and then you play the 3rd here of the G, you play the 5th on the D, and then you come to the 5th on the A and slide to the 3rd. So you've got this. And then you play the 1st on the A, and then you play the 3rd of the A, the 3rd of the A again, and then slide up to the 5th. So you get this. So you've just slid up to the 5th of the A, and then you play the 5th of the A again, and you get this. So this bit's quite difficult because you're sort of string hopping. You start here on the 5th of the A, you come to the 3rd of the G, 3rd of the D, and then to the 5th of the D. And then you move up here and you start here on the 7th of the G, and then you come to the 6th of the E and the B, and then you come here to the 8th of the B. So putting them two pieces together, you get this. So for the next bit of the solo, we have this. This part of the solo now starts on the 10th of the B string, and you start with the string bent up, and you release and you come down to the 9th of the B, then you come here to the 10th of the G, and then you come back here to the 9th of the B. So you've got this. Now we come to this part. So for this bit now, you're starting on the 11th of the B and you're coming up to the 13th of the B. You're bending up and then you drop back down and you bend back up again. And then you land here on the 11th of the G. So you've got this. So then we have this bit. And for that there, you're hammering on and off from the 11th to the 12th, back to the 11th on the G string, sliding down to the 9th and then back up to the 11th on the G. So now we come to this. So this part of the lick now, a lot of it is just based around this 15th of the E and the 18th here of the B, and you're bending up on the B and keeping the E finger still. You've got this, and then you come here to the 17th of the E, you play it natural, then you play it bend up, back natural, and then you come back to the 15th of the E here. You've got this. So for the next bit now, you strum down, then you strum up, and then you strum down on the B and the E string, and you're still playing between that 15th of the E and 18th of the B. And now you play the 17th of the G, and you've got the 18th of the B, and you bend up on the G. And then you come down to the 15th of the G, and then you come to the 17th of the D. So I'm going to play through that piece slowly. Now you've got this. So now we come to the very last lick of the solo, and it's played like this. So this last lick again, like I say, a lot is to do with the bends and getting it just right, and you've got this. And that bit there, you're playing on the D and the G string. You start on the 5th of the D, down to the 3rd of the G, up to the 5th of the G. And that there, a lot of it is on the actual 5th of the G. You've got this, and you just come back down to the 3rd of the G and then back up to this 5th of the G. So playing through that, you've got this. And the next bit you have this. And that's the end of the solo. And that bit there, you're playing from the 3rd up to the 6th on the B. And then you're back here on this 5th of the G. Down to the 3rd, back to the 5th. And that's the last piece for the second solo. I'll just play through it again. You've got this.